So I finally decided to sit down and do my writer's journal. So I knew that I would need two things, a notebook and a calendar. Well, and some writing utensils, but they don't count. Basically, I just went ahead and I chose this one that I ended up getting from Walmart. It's a 2-year calendar. And since it's already done for me and I really like this layout, I decided that I was going to go with this. And so basically what I'm going to go ahead and do in here is write down what I hope I'm going to do every single day. And then in this notebook, I will go ahead and make a list form calendar where I actually write down what actually does happen every day, if that makes sense. Okay, so I went ahead and I took some kick-ass washi that I had and ripped it up, put it up here because it was kind of junky looking. I didn't like the way the mild liners I used to this one, they kind of, I don't know, they kind of bleed a little right here in the center. So I went ahead and covered it with some washi. Then I covered up the October calendar here because that month no longer applies. Over here, I'm just going to put some to-dos as I go, but until I get started, I'm not going to really write anything here yet. Over here, I went ahead and I numbered each of these lines, one for each day of the month, and I could just put something here. I'm not sure what, but I will figure that out as I go. So if you didn't know, November is National Novel Writing Month, NaNoWriMo. So I have this all set up. You're supposed to write 1,667 words every single day for the entire month of November. And I'm not actually going to sign up. I'm loosely following NaNoWriMo because I don't like to write on the website, which is what you're supposed to do. I believe you're supposed to upload your writing every single day so you can get credit. I'm not about that, so I'm just doing it on my own. And it's really simple for me to do because I have a lot of friends who are doing it this month. Or this year, I should say. So I do have a community to talk to about this. We even have a couple of days out of the week we're going to meet up at the library to go over some things. So yeah, I think it's going to be fun. And you can see here I wrote any writing I want. So today is actually Saturday. And so I thought that I could go ahead and get a head start because since I'm not really following the rules, they're kind of more like guidelines for me. So I've given myself a couple of days for each of the chapters or plot points in my book. And I'm just going to start from the beginning and go all the way to the end. I've already got a couple of these chapters finished completely, but I just want to take a couple of days to really read through them, go through them, and make sure that they are completed. So I went ahead and I wrote my goal for each day, 1,667 words. And then on this side of the slash, I thought I would go ahead and write what I actually write that day, which I'm hoping is over that. But some days, let's be realistic, it's probably going to be under. We'll see how it goes. But again, even if I only wrote 300 words each day, that is more than I've been writing for the last couple of months. So I would be totally ecstatic. And this is all set up and ready to go. Now we're moving on to my actual writing journal. So I decided to go with the Leuchtturm 1917, and this is in the soft cover. and it has 121 pages in it. So I thought that this would work out really well for the rest of this year, which is just November and December of 2017, depending on when you're watching this video. And I thought that since it is a lot thinner, the hardcover Leuchtturm, which I have right here, has 249 pages in it. So I know that a lot of people like to set up a brand new notebook for NaNoWriMo, but I am taking a novel, since I'm kind of not really playing by the rules, that I've already started working on since June, and I've already gotten everything out of the way. I have my names for my characters, I have world building, everything. So all there is to do for me is to sit down and write 1,667 words each day. So let's get started with the contents page. You get 1, 2, 3 in this notebook. If you didn't know, I've talked about these before. These Avery Labels are awesome. So you can just go to the website, here it is, and just use the template for these little guys, and this is what they look like. There are 6 to a sheet, and I went ahead and printed out the word count, which I love, and I just got this from a website. I will put the link down below in case you want to print it out yourself. I just went ahead and typed mine out because sometimes it doesn't allow you to put pictures in there very well. It just doesn't, you know, the format doesn't work as well. So that's that. And then I went ahead and I created this inside of their little template, and it's a little bit off. I think I would put November a little bit down lower for next time, but you know, whatever. I'm gonna go ahead and use this. And this is National Novel Writing Month, NaNoWriMo. Super excited about that. And they just come out on these squares. Now this is the clear paper. I just don't really care for the way the white sticker paper looks against this cream paper in the 1917. So that's why I went ahead. You can see here that they're about the same color. So that's awesome. Okay, so maybe I should have cut this and centered it with the, oh, whatever, because it's, I don't even care. It's beautiful and it's perfect compared to what the hell I would have done if I had tried. So there's that. Let me pull it up close. So you see how this paper just really blends in with the cream. So it's not as like stark white against cream if you had printed on the white paper. I just like that. It's really pretty. Makes me happy. All right, moving on. Over here, open project pages. I already had one in the back of my A6 1917, and I wasn't using them because I wasn't writing, but now that I am, I want to move them to this book. So I went ahead and I wrote in the date I'm actually going to start this, and then I went ahead and nixed the notes section. I mean, I could add a little bit of notes here, but I figured I would just write them down here. I'm going to leave this open instead of closing it off in case I break these chapters down further as I'm writing. This page is done. And over here, I'm going to put my collections stories. And so over here, you can see that I broke them down from kindergarten to 3rd grade, 4th grade to 6th grade, teen, and then other. My niece is in this age group now, so I have some more. And then as he got older, here and here, I started writing some other things as we were reading more stuff together. So that's what I'm going to do on these 2 pages. Okay, so this spread is all finished. I just need to erase a few pencil marks, but it is exactly identical to this one, which is what I like. And hopefully this will go ahead and work out for me. Okay, so there was a bug right here on the page. It was a tiny one, and I went to go like that, and I killed it. And look what happened. I just like, marked the whole page up and killed a bug. I'm going to go ahead and do the monthly, and the rest I'm going to finish up, and then I'll come back and do a flip through and a little bit of a talk through. Okay, so I was putting these little dashes, but I don't know. For some reason with the layouts, it doesn't look as neat as it does when I do it in my days. So I think I'm going to do dots instead to divide out, you know, Monday through Sunday and then Monday through Sunday. Okay, so this is why I don't try to do things that are fancy. Not that this is really fancy, but I smeared this. So it is what it is. And I'm using this whiteout to cover all these guts and blood of the poor little bug I murdered. So whatever, there's that. Okay, and I'm going to use this Memento ink, which is a dye-based ink, which will bleed through here. So I need to go ahead and stamp this onto another piece of paper first, and we'll see if that works, because people are always saying I should do that and that it works just fine. I'm going to find out if they're liars or not. Just kidding. All right, so this stamp actually has 31 days. So I'm going to go ahead and rub off 31 here so that we only get 30. I'll restamp 30 because I think I accidentally rubbed it off. Okay, and we're ready. Look at this, and I'm just gonna, there we go, and then I'm gonna do that over here. Sweet. So it's not as dark, but you can see it, which is great. And let's see if it did any bleed through. Nope, not even really any ghosting, so sweet. Haha, it works. Cool. The only bummer is this is exactly the same color as my pen pretty much, and that's why I wanted to use it, but unfortunately when you take some of the ink off, it comes out more of a red, so it doesn't exactly match, which is okay. I mean, they're all shades of red, which is perfectly fine, but it's kind of funny that I didn't realize until after I stamped on here that it was going to be a lighter shade. So there's that information. All right, so I'm not really going to fill out very much of my monthly. I'm going to wait until the first day and probably do a plan with me like the first day. But let's just go ahead and stamp out. I'm going to put my goals on here. I think that would be fun because why not? There we go. How the hell did I do that? God. Awful. All right, whatever. It looks vintage. Who cares? And there's no bleed through, even though I marked something there, because I'm just like the best stamper in the whole universe. Can we all just agree upon that right now? I feel like I should get a crown and a sash because, wow, I don't know how I do things like that. No bleed through? I think I should quit while I'm behind. What are your thoughts? Me too. Let me turn this. I just want to say that I'm super impressed by anyone who like does this on camera all of the time, because it's a lot of work and it's ridiculous, and go you, because man, I feel like I'm just completely out of frame constantly because I always have to move my books around. I don't know how much to do. Should I do the whole page? Do I honestly think I'm going to get that much done in a week? I don't. I will leave it open in case I do end up filling up this page. But I don't know. I need something that says weekly. How come I don't have a stamp that says weekly on it? I love this gel pen. It makes me super happy because I use it for whiteouts. And I'm just going to like white out this because it's annoying. Even though it'll slightly be there, we won't see it as much, and that makes me happy. So there's that. $44, I believe. And then I'm gonna leave the rest of this blank because I have no idea what else I want to do there. So then I need to do my future log. Huh, maybe it's easier to use a ruler in the larger notebooks because it's not in the small one. Well, there you go. So now my future log is finished. I didn't really write future log, so maybe I should write that down here at the bottom. Now my future log is finished and I can move on to the next thing, which is color indexing and putting together my collections. This is going to take some time, so I might go ahead and do this off camera and come back and do a flip through, or do this tomorrow. So we'll see. Alright, so I'm going to cut off a portion of this back page so that I can make myself a color coding index page that I'm going to washi tape so that it kind of like flips out, you know what I mean? So I'm just going to use this last page to do that so that it's the same exact lineup as the rest. Okay, so a couple days later and I am all ready to go. So I have my calendar and my writing journal as well as my cover. All right, so this is my Smart Fit in the A5 size, and you can see here that it comes with 2 ribbons that I just tied together on the end so that they wouldn't drive me crazy. So out of the way, out of sight, out of mind, right? Let's go ahead and put my calendar in and my writing journal. Okay, so in here, I'm just going to clip this away with an ollie clip so I can find it easier. So the only thing I changed in here was the column to the right. A lot of people like to put 1,667 words multiplied for that day within their calendar, so I just put it off to the side. So I know that over here on day 10 that I need to have at least 16,670 words. So that is all set and ready to go. On to the writing journal. I don't have anything in here yet except for a sticker. I figured I would add things as I go, especially quotes and things for motivation later. Still have some blank pages here that I can do some things with. I went ahead and started adding things into my table of contents. And also down here at the bottom, I added my future log as well as what's in my collections teeny tiny so it would all fit. I just don't want to waste any space. Over here, I added a little sloth sticker because it's awesome, and a little bit of washi. My project pages I haven't filled out yet because I still have 2 days until November 1st when NaNoWriMo starts. So I'm going to take those 2 days to read over what I already have in notes and stuff and then go ahead and fill this out. Samesies with these guys, and these are more things that I'm probably going to be doing after NaNoWriMo in the month of December. I did fill out my goals for November. So you can see that I started at 1,000K and it goes to 30,000K, even though my main goal is 50,000. So in NaNoWriMo, if you write 1,667 words, you will end up with 50,000 and change. I think it's like 50,010 or something like that, words for the entire month. I'm a realist and I don't know if I'm really going to reach that goal, but I am writing young adult. So you can see here that a young adult novel is 30,000 plus. So if I can hit even 30,000 as my minimum, I would be super ecstatic. You know what I mean? I still would love to reach 50,000 because you like to cut down, you know, all of this extra stuff. If I only hit 30,000 and I have to cut down, then I might have to write, you know, like another 5,000 to 10,000 words, which would suck. So goals and goals. Over here, I wrote a bunch of stuff that I shouldn't forget. Number 10 is the most important, and I wrote, remember, you're doing what you love, and that's writing. So there's that. Over here, I haven't filled this out. Again, on this side, I'm probably going to write what I actually write for that day. Again, what's in this calendar is basically how I hope my day will go. And on this side, I haven't really thought of anything, but I know that something will come up, so I'm hoping I will end up using this side when the day comes. So for my weekly tasks, I have not filled it out yet. And again, that's because I want to read all of my notes and then I can sit here and write like specific things. Maybe I need to build one of the characters more, or I forgot about a scene or something like that. And I'll know more about that once I read those notes. And over here, I started my Audible Spread. So this is The World According to Garp, which is a book that my professor recommended like 3-4 years ago when I was in college, and I just never got around to it until now, and I'm loving it. I went ahead and left about 5 pages so that I could have anywhere from 2 to 5, depending on, you know, how it goes, of audiobooks here. And then over here, I'm going to start my Wednesday, November 1st. I'm super excited. Okay. So excited. I am trying really hard to utilize these. I don't know how it's going to work, but I have it right here. Mark my dailies. So we'll see how that goes. I will make no promises. And this one is marking where my future log is. I tried to do like a perpetual calendar or calendex, whichever you'd like to call it here, but I kind of messed it up and it is what it is. I wanted a column over here to the side to track some things, and over here on this side I wrote the days of the week in it. My bad. So I wrote it off to the side here, so it kind of looks weird, but who cares? I'm just gonna roll with it and see which one I like. Maybe I'll always keep these in columns, who knows. Down here I have some space for some notes. And then for some reason, I don't know why, I always start my collections from the back to the front when I draw them out or write them out. So I start from the back page and go this way. So this page is where actually my collection starts, but I didn't have anything for this page yet, so it's blank. Over here I have a page for pen pals because, again, that's writing. And sometimes I like to write a little bit of notes so I don't forget things that they tell me, so that the next time, I mean, sometimes I'll just reread the letter, but just, you know, little things. And then I have a page for short stories and microfiction. And this is sort of just a place where I can write down, I had an idea for a short story, and maybe it's only a couple of lines. Same for the microfiction. That way later on, when I'm still writing in NaNoWriMo and I'm trying to focus on one project, I can come back to these, because if I don't write it down, I will forget. It's horrible. And these are some cute little stickers by Pony Brown. And I just think that she's just so cute. I love her. Anyway, and then I have a quotes page and an ideas page. And I find that if I don't divide this in half, I will just write a couple of lines straight across. And if I put them in columns, it makes it a little more neat. I don't know. What do you guys think? And then I have questions and dialogue. And again, they're divided in half to help me with keeping things very nice and neat. And my last page over here says facts. So random facts always come to me. Sometimes I'll get like Snapple apples a lot, or, you know, I'll chew, I can't remember what they're called. There's some type of gum that my niece always has, and occasionally I get them. But anyway, they have little fun facts on there or some funny jokes and stuff. So I just kind of wanted a space for that. I did make one for facts. I haven't made one for jokes. I do have a system for that I'm going to share with you later, which brings me to the last thing that I did. I took the very last page and I sliced it so that I could go ahead and make a color index, which is different from color coding. I mean, at first when I heard them, like, oh yeah, they're color coding, but a color index is a little bit different than that. And I'm not going to go into that in this video because it's already getting really long. And I think I might just do like a mock-up page where I have none of my own writing on there, but I can show you my system and how this works so you can kind of understand how amazing this is. Because as a lazy planner and a person who sometimes likes notebooks that are not numbered, and I'm too lazy to do that, this whole color indexing is pretty awesome. But you can definitely look it up. I think that Hey Nay, I think that's her name, and Boho Berry have some videos on color indexing. But if you had some longer stickers you wanted to put back here, this would be a really great space for that. I am going to go ahead and put my Hobonichi stencils over here, and I did want to share that these are too small, and I'm so sad. Like, you can push them in there, but it's kind of like a tight fit. Oh, I don't even know. Let's see if I can fit this one in there. Yeah, it's probably not going to happen. So I'm just going to put them down here. I had these in my little the pocket with the gusset in the back of my A6 1917, and I kept forgetting that they were there. I thought maybe if I put them up here, I would use them more. We'll see how it goes. I don't know. And then, let's see. Oh, I want my page flags that I use all of the time up front. And then here, I'm going to go ahead and put this pen. So this is the writing pen that I'm going to be using. I actually ordered one. I love these ballpoint pens in the color black so it would match better. This one actually is going to go in my B6 whenever it gets here because it matches that leather more. So I'm going to be using this as well as this. I write with this, but I like to draw out things in the Micron pens. I don't know why, I just do. So 2 pens there, and then I thought maybe I would go ahead and put one of these in here. I don't know if I'll use them, but it'd be cool to use it for something like vocabulary or, you know, just, I don't even know. I could find a use for it. So I'm going to put this in here. And then my favorite little sticky notes that I love to use in my A6 because they're like the perfect size. I think they would work great in here also. And I am all set for NaNoWriMo. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I can't wait for 2 more days. Yes, I can totally wait because I have a lot of work to do before that happens. Okay, so if you just watch this video for funsies and you're not really a writer, you can absolutely use this for journaling in general and just, you know, the projects you could switch up for something else. I don't know, maybe you want to refinish a table or you want to do some kind of art projects. You can just do the same kind of setup, just, you know, switch it up so that it works for you. I'd like to say that there was no insects that were harmed in the making of this video, but we all know that's a bald-faced lie. So, sorry about that. Maybe next time we can keep it down to 0. Who knows? All right. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I hope that this was helpful. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.